injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you guys.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Utah's offense will take the field first. Creed Whittemore. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Holds on, it's Carter. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Second and long here. Pulls it on the option. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Now the Ravens offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Runs through a tackle. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Rush right in his face. At the 20, he's got space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes. And then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. He's changing the play. Drops back on 1st down. Look out! And it's a sack.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Snatches it on the right. Wide open spaces. Into the house. Touchdown, Ravens.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Offense in an empty set. Wants to throw one first. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Carter. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. And the Utes moving quickly to the line.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback makes the ground and room to run.
And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The Utes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Right side, it's great. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Rides the option, he keeps it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Turning it on. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
tough run here. It's Spring. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They're all over it. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. That brings them to within 1.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, we're still happy to get the field goal.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Running inside, it's Henderson.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the ground. Got the first down. Finding some room. At the 20. Touchdown, Ravens! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Number 95, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Second down, going to throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Using his legs, it's Bray. Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Bray. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Gets the back moving. First play of this drive. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The handoff. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. This is why Rice Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's really...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Ravens. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And he added the extra point.
Number 95, set to advance on the football.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job of getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Second down to the air. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
The Utes will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football.
He's into the open down the middle. He is in. Touchdown, Utah. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, in this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Finds his target. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
He'll pull it down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He'll try to do it himself. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game tonight.
And it's the Ravens trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. The quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Ravens! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Still looking. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. Makes a catch at the 10. put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Ravens sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Leaves it in his belly. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And it's the Ravens have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Reels it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 4 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Crimson Tide able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And it's the Ravens want to move quickly. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive.
He's got it inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. The keeper on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
3rd and long, they're throwing the out route, trying to get it on the boundary, but a great job by the defense, anticipating it and then knocking it away.
Rushes on. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the foot.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Brink. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They give it back to him. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's going to take off. Quarterback got it himself. Breaks into the open. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And This is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches, Palmer. Nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Ravens have the football, and here comes their offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to get... And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And it's the Ravens come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And back to the air on second down. And he goes down.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Changing the routes with his receiver. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking to the big tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Seven-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The give on the counter. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And it's the Ravens pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense gets it done this time, perhaps taking away a little of that bravado that this quarterback has shown running the ball.
When you see it, you kind of get accustomed to it. You get used to the speed. You get used to the option.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Looking for a deep man. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. In the red area, it's Henderson. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ravens! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like it.
This is why Rice-Eccles one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Makes the grab. They don't fall for this. Facing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about the play.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. Under pressure. Turning it on. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and
Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Ravens! And the pummeling has started. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And it's the Ravens are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship.